From EatSmartAgeSmart.com, and I'm holding this box of chocolate because pretty much that was the closest thing I could find in my home to talk about a topic, which actually, should I say, a question that was sent to us by one of our readers. I have a reader who asked me, how do I deal with temptation? How do I deal with it? How can I keep eating healthy on a regular basis and not be tempted by certain foods that basically are no-no foods? So I just wanted to go over 5 easy ways that I use to help me deal with temptation. Now, I'm not going to say that I never feel like eating French fries or, you know, some dessert. I think that dessert and French fries are very good. They're very healthy as long as you don't overdo it. But there are some people who find it very, very, very difficult to actually say no to their cheat foods, and they feel that they can't say no, and in that case they eat the cheat foods on a regular basis, and then it becomes basically part of their regular diet. So if you have this craving for cheesecake or chocolate cake or double layered fudge cake, that's all part of the temptation. You want to understand how basically you can resist that. So I'm going to give you 5 easy ways to help you resist temptation. Number 1, eat breakfast. I think it's very important to eat breakfast in the morning. Now, when I say breakfast, I do not mean eating the leftover pizza from last night. That is not breakfast. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about good quality breakfast. I'm talking about maybe starting your day with fruits, or starting your day with cereal that has protein, or starting your day with eggs. Yes, eggs are good for you. As long as you don't eat a dozen a day or a dozen a week, they're good for you. And you have omega eggs and you have organic eggs, so you have good quality eggs that are available to you. You can start your day with good 100% roasted peanut butter that contains only one ingredient, and that would be 100 roasted peanuts. Nothing else, no sugar, no hydrated oil, no salt, no nada. You do not need that in your peanut butter. You can also start with one of my favorite breakfasts, and that's a breakfast smoothie. I always add a serving of protein powder in my breakfast smoothie, and that holds me for the day. So when you have a good breakfast in your body, you're basically able to make it all the way to lunch, and you don't feel all sudden in the middle of the sort of morning around 11:30 of, oh my God, I am starved, I need to eat something. And of course, you're going to most likely reach out for one of your temptation food or one of your cheat foods, which could be donuts or bagels or foods that basically aren't going to serve your body any purpose. So definitely you want to eat the breakfast in the morning. Good quality breakfast, that is. Number 2, I would have to say, eat smaller meals throughout the day. If you have one meal in the morning and one meal at night at 6 o'clock at night, then of course you have all this stretch of time in the middle of the afternoon where your stomach is starving, is growling. And again, when you get to that point, mentally, you're just going to go for something that's part of the temptation list. So may it be a big, slobby, fattening burger, or poutine, which is quite popular now, which is basically French fries with that gravy sauce and those big chunks of cheese. You're basically going to go out there and take food, or eat food, should I say, or choose food, should I say, that's basically going to feed the craving, but not feed your body in any shape or form. So I definitely will have to say that if you make sure that you keep your portions smaller, and instead of having 2 meals a day, you eat 4 to 6 meals throughout the day, you're basically not going to allow your body to get to that point where it's completely starved and your brain says, I'm starved, I need to eat something now, I need to eat something now, and then you reach out for whatever's there, and usually it's not a nice hummus with some cut vegetables. It's usually something that's fatty, something that's salty, high salt, high fat, and high sugar. That's usually what you go for, those temptation foods, when you're starved in that way. Number 3, I would have to say, cut out the multitasking. How many people multitask when they eat. You either are going to eat at your desk, you're typing, and you're going to grab a bite of whatever, you continue typing, you grab a bite of something else, you pick up the phone, you answer the phone, you're talking, you're eating. That's not good. You're not really eating well, and oftentimes when you are choosing to multitask while you eat, you are going to choose foods that are easy to multitask with. So pizza, hot dog, or things of that nature, chocolate bar, french fry, it's much harder to eat a salad and multitask, you'll notice, because you actually have to hold a fork to eat your salad, and you have to put your dressing, you have to mix it all, you have to hold your fork, and you're poking inside your salad, grabbing your leaves, putting them in your mouth. It's a little hard to do that when you're on the phone and multitasking and whatnot. So I definitely would say that if you want to control your temptations, eat something that is healthy and eat it, and do only that. Just eat food. Just focus on eating for 15 or 20 minutes a day. You will eat in a manner that really is much, much, much more conducive to better health. You're going to focus on your food. Your mind is not going to be all over the place. You're actually going to be able to eat slower, as opposed to taking a bite of food and answering the phone and taking a bite of food and typing on your computer. You're actually going to be only doing one thing, and that is focusing on your food. And as I said earlier, you're going to be able to also go out and buy better quality food, because you don't have the constraint of eating while you're working, so you can actually get a nice salad. You can get a nice sandwich that you actually have to hold with both hands. You can actually maybe bring something for lunch from home that you have to heat up. So maybe a leftover whole wheat pasta salad. Well, you are again going to have to use both hands for that, and focusing on just eating is very important. Number 4, to be able to control your temptation, is do not eat on the run. So many people eating on the run. Well, it is so easy to basically stuff your face with 2 hot dogs without even realizing it if you're eating on the go, if you're eating on the run. That is just so bad. And also, it's easy for you to have temptation foods and cheat foods when you're eating on the run. You can easily eat in your car a whole bag of chips without realizing it, because you have the sort of excuse of, oh, I have to get to the next appointment, I don't have time to stop, I'm just going to grab something, eat it in the car, it's okay. No, it is not okay. And the other way, the 5th way to help you control your temptation, is I would actually have to say, try to limit your cheat food, your temptation food, to 10% of your weekly intake. Yep, that's right, 10%, not 50, not 90, not 70, 10. So basically, if you make sure that you eat healthy foods throughout the week, then there's nothing wrong on weekends to eat one of your cheat foods. May it be chicken wings or french fries or dessert or ice cream or whatever. But as long as you keep it to a smaller portion of what you eat throughout the week, as opposed to eating cheat foods on a daily basis. So those are my 5 ways to help keep you away from temptation and keep you on track to eating smart and aging smart. This is Christia from eatsmartagesmart.com. I hope that you found this video useful. I hope that you were able to benefit from the information. Don't forget to come and visit us at eatsmartagesmart.com, because there's loads more of information, great tips on eating smart and making better food choices, and of course great tips on fitness, because what's the point of eating well if you don't move? You need fitness as well. So don't forget to come and visit us, eatsmartagesmart.com.